Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. I'm not even in my mid-20s yet, and I'm already doing one of those back in my day type videos, so get ready for this. So, let me sit here and say a couple things. Video gaming in 2016, it's 2016, almost 2017, is almost a completely different thing than it was back in my younger days, back in the early 2000s, because that's when I started video gaming. That's when everything for me kind of was very, oh, this is so new and cool. And now that I've been doing it for over 10 years, I have to say that it is a completely different thing than it was back in the early 2000s. So if you're somebody that was gaming back in the early 2000s, which is probably only like 10% of my entire subscriber base, but if you were, or you just want to hear some interesting things, stick around. This is going to be great. So you know when you're sitting down, you buy a game, it's great, you know, a brand new game just came out, you waited till the midnight release, you just got it, you're playing it, everything's good, you wake up the next day to play it, and there's a day one patch. You know, this isn't the biggest deal in the world, but back in the day, I'm gonna be saying that a lot tonight, guys. Back in the day, when you bought a video game, you bought a finished product. That was it. You bought it in a disc form. We're gonna get into disc forms later, but you bought it in a dang disc form, and you slid it into your console, you slid it into your disc tray in your PC, and you could play that for 10 years without a patch, without anything like that. But, okay, this is the weakest of the list I have here, so I thought I'd start with that. But we're going to get pretty interesting here. Stay tuned. Next, we're going to talk about something that was great at one point and then kind of went downhill so fast. And you probably know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just online gaming in general. Back when I had the original Xbox, the original sweet Xbox, there was an option that was very, very foreign to a lot of people. Very, very foreign to me. Didn't know what it was. It said live. I wasn't too sure what live was. I didn't even have an Ethernet cable to hook up to it. I had no idea what was going on, and I ended up going to a buddy's house. We played online video games. And you know what? Nobody was talking. Nobody cared about you. Nobody wanted your mom to die, and you couldn't hear the kid on the other end stuffing his face full of Doritos and Mountain Dew. You didn't hear it, but you know what? You had the online experience, and now, today, you sit down and you're trying to talk and you're trying to talk to your friends and it's just a complete disaster. Online gaming talkers just went so far downhill over the past like 6 years that there are people that just stopped playing online altogether. And now we are going to be talking about discs. When I was a child, and when many of you were probably children, or even if you are children right now, this doesn't apply to you whatsoever, take me now. You would go to a Game Crazy, or you would go to Family Video, or you would go to, I don't know, where'd you get video game? Walmart. And there was just a wall of video games in discs, and they still have them. I still try to buy discs as much as I can. I try to buy them as much as I can because you know what? It is nostalgic. It is great. It is fun to be able to do everything. I would bring it home, I'd slide it in, and it would boot up right away. No waiting, nothing like that. But you know, the downside to that was you always had to buy a memory card for your console. But anyways, you'd plug it in, and you would just start playing. Now that you got these GTA 5, I bought this. Day one, you know, slid it into the Xbox, and it said, download pending, download pending. Now you have to wait another 6 hours to play your game that you bought at midnight. It's a waste of okay, I'm gonna start getting... We're not even gonna get into the death of used games anymore, but I mean, having to download games and having the ease and the access to be able to just turn your Xbox on and be like, oh, what is this new game? Rocket League, download, $20. It takes away from the experience of going to a store and picking something off of the shelf, not knowing what the heck it is, not knowing when the heck it was released, and just taking it home and playing it. That is something that I miss a lot. Now this one doesn't cover all games, but there are a lot of games nowadays that are mandatory online connection. You can't sit down and play this game unless you spend $60 on live, or unless you spend $60 on PlayStation, whatever they call it nowadays. Whatever, I have no idea. If you don't have a PC, you have to buy online connection for your game, and you are no longer able to sit down and play a game by yourself. You can, but you have to be online. You have to be able to have your friends constantly send you friend requests. Come play this game with me. Come play this game with me. You can turn that off. You can. But if you're dumb as a rock like I am and you don't know how to, it gets kind of difficult. And you just don't want to have to go through that. I'm just complaining now. That's what this video turned into. Just Jason complains about video games and how they were better back in the day because he's past his midlife crisis and he's not even in his mid-20s yet. I'm starting to collect bobbleheads. That's Justin Timberlake, by the way. Follow me on Twitter. I posted a picture of him the other day. And now we are going to get into the pinnacle of the things I hate and the things that I really loved back in the day. And that is microtransactions, everybody. We are going to stay calm for microtransactions because microtransactions, if you don't know, are those little things where you buy a $60 game. Let's stick very common here. You buy Call of Duty Black Ops 3, you know? You buy it, everything's good, you're playing through, and then all of a sudden you get this little notification. Hey, we got new stuff for you. We got supply drops for you. You want this new sword? You want this new pink hat? You want this new coffee cup? You want to be able to kill people with the coffee cup? Then you know what you do? You have to give us some money. Sounded like somebody was breaking into my house. Anyways, we're gonna ignore that. But you know, take all of this. It's here for you. But you know what? Give us $2. Give us $3. Give us $30 to be able to buy supply drops or buy these things that are meaningless, but they make the game more enjoyable. Here's a DLC, $20. You don't want a full game when it comes out? Well, you're not gonna get it because you know what? We need more money from you. That, my friend, is microtransactions, and they are awful, and I do not like them. And yet I still pay for them, but you know what, guys? I hope you liked the video today. Leave a like if... I'll see you guys later. This was a stupid video.